Oh boy. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, hey, Thursday morning, and my bad. Jesus. Unfortunately, it'll be a couple of days before y'all are even seeing this video. And really, this should be, shit. Damn, this should be the day after Wednesday. Y'all really should be seeing this. My explanation, I feel like I need to explain myself. I made a statement yesterday that a lot of people got triggered by. And we'll get to that right after this intro. Joe does fucking stuff. Joe does stuff. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Joe, and this video is sponsored by the transmission that my truck so desperately needs. That's right, folks, my truck is not doing so great. All right, whatever. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thursday morning as I begin this, and like I said, you're probably seeing this by like Saturday. Sorry. I feel like I really need to explain myself. Now, here's the crazy thing. I just got done filming a video for After Prison show called Being a Boss After Prison, and I explain everything. Well, I explained quite a bit of the statement that I made yesterday, and also quite a bit more stuff over on After Prison show. So if you guys haven't seen that already, go check that video out. Maybe you'll get some interest out of that one. Also, yeah, let's go ahead and get right up into it. So, yesterday I had made a statement, and I said, I need to make sure this part was known. I said, you know, it's not like this is my type of thinking, but this could be some type of thinking. It's definitely somebody's type of thinking. Whether they say that it is or they don't, it's definitely somebody's type of thinking, and that is maybe one way to keep workers is to put the fear of God in them that they're replaceable and that they can be fired. Okay, and that came across super wrong. A lot of people said, Joe, that's a horrible way of thinking, and you know what? You're right. I'm wrong for even saying that, but I said it, and I know that there's people who think it, and I know that it's gotta be a type of thinking no matter whether it's said or it's not, right? So, I am sorry that it triggered folks, and that's not what my intention was. I was just kind of thinking out loud a little bit and sharing that with you, and I appreciate all the insight and information that you guys you know, posed in relation to that. Now, let me say this. Let me justify a little bit where that type of thinking came from. There's somebody that I know, a close friend, who was in a situation at their workplace where there was the potential they could be fired. The reason they could be fired was not because of anything that they did. They were fearful that they were going to be fired because of a mistake, not a mistake, some bullshit that somebody else did that they tried to put on them. Again, this person was completely blameless in this situation, or so they say they were. Imagine that. Imagine being at work, you're working hard, you appreciate your job, okay? And you don't get no shit. And then all of a sudden, there's a potential that you could be fired because of something that somebody else did and said that you did it. They didn't do it, they said you did it. So what is that gonna have you feeling like? If you're fearing that you're gonna be fired and you've been given this job your all, well shit, you're probably about to give it 110% now. You know, so that's where that rationale came from. That's why that was on my mind. I don't wanna treat people like shit. Okay, and I don't treat people like shit. I try to treat people the way that they deserve to be treated. And if a person is some shit, well, so be it. That's how I'm gonna treat them, like the shit that they are, okay? This is not a kumbaya type of a thing. This is a business that I'm trying to run. Whether I'm running it correctly or successfully is up for debate for a lot of people, okay? But that's not what I'm trying to convince you of my success or my failures. I'm just trying to tell you, in business, hey, it's all work and no play. You know what I mean? Especially in construction. Go on any construction site. You think any other construction site's gonna let half of the shit fly that I've let fly? People smoking on the job site, talking any type of a way, you know, moseying around, dicking around, not doing shit, lollygagging. It ain't gonna fly. Treat people the way that you've been treated in the past is a lot of where my experience comes from me being an employee, working for somebody else. You know, being yelled at. Yo, hey, it ain't lunchtime, ain't no break time. What you doing smoking a cigarette? Let's go. What are you doing where the material's out? Labor. That's what I know. And that's why I'll get down and dirty with the dudes that I want getting down and dirty. And that's a double-edged sword. That's a conundrum right there. That's a catch-22. You know, Booker had told me, Joe, you don't do the labor work. You pay people to do the labor work. You the boss. Well, I couldn't never get jiggy with that. Because that's all I've ever been used to. Treat people the way that you want to be treated. Or shit, if you're going to pay me to do some labor work, why are you above the work? I ain't never been above the work. In the past, on the other flip houses, I paid people to do the work. That's just because I ain't had the time to do the work. It was on flip 2, toward the middle of flip 2, that I realized you can't trust nobody. So you got to do the work. You got to be there to do the work. You got to GC your own thing, especially when you're playing with big numbers, when everything's on the line. You better be there. Don't put that trust on nobody else. So, anyways, I took y'all to church a little bit this morning, and I apologize for that. And real quick, let's talk about Damen. You know, look, man, I got nothing but the utmost respect for Damen, and me and Damen will bump heads and argue, and I will go off when shit ain't going right, or I expect more. But I always treat Damen fair. I always try to pay Damen the most that I can pay Damen. Pay Damen the most, not even try, pay Damen the most that I can pay him. I give Damen, I think, $16 or $17 an hour. Does Damen deserve a raise? Yeah, probably so. You're probably right that he does. And maybe I'll do that. You know what? Maybe I'll even do it on a video. Let me think about what I pay him per hour. He gets $130 for 8 hours. I don't know what that comes down to, 16? But you know, when you start talking about a skilled guy, and I'm not talking, you know, nothing bad about Damen, but he's just not a skilled guy. He's a hard worker. He knows about as much as I know. But when I talk about a skilled guy, I'm talking about a guy that can come in and do a job and not need much direction or explanation on how to do the job. A skilled guy is a guy that can get a task done, a job done, like putting a kitchen in, for example, and not needed to be babysitting and do that. So we talked about Tony $20, who didn't show up, who I didn't have no faith in that was even gonna be worth that amount of money, right? But I was still willing to give the guy a chance. I didn't even argue or bat an eye when he told me what he wanted an hour. Well, today we got another new guy supposed to be starting, Matt, $25 Matt. Got no idea nothing about this guy. He says he's got tools, transportation, and he says that, you know, he's got a lot of experience doing this. So we're gonna see. If he ain't worth $25 an hour, trust me when I tell you. we gonna address that. We're gonna nip that in the bud real quick. But I'm almost getting Damen, so let me get him. We gotta pick up some materials real quick, and then let's go get this day underway. All right, picked up Damen. Got more of that expensive exterior trim in the back. That should be all we need right there, though. If Joe didn't fuck up and accidentally burn through 4 or 5 pieces by accident, I probably wasted, gosh, I can't even think how many pieces of this shit I've wasted. But that should be all we need. It's getting close to that hour. What shit? 7:53. Will $25 Matt be here today? And also, real quick, a little update as well. Never heard anything from Tony, not a call or anything. I ought to call him just to see, hey Tony, you care to explain yourself at all? I mean, you don't owe me any kind of an explanation other than why you didn't show up. But neither here nor there. Damen, you think this guy's gonna show up today?
Oh man, it's awesome.
Yeah, you should have heard him on the phone. He didn't sound, well, he definitely sounded interesting. That's the best that I can say. All right, so go ahead.
The last words that Tony said was, "You'll be definitely hearing from me."
You'll definitely hear from me. Yes, sir. It's 7:53 right now. We'll be at the house in about 5 minutes. Dude ought to be there. So by the time you see me filming again, I should be telling you what this guy's work ethic is like. What this guy's work ethic is like. Is he worth $25 an hour or not? And if he is, well shit, I'm trying to get a whole kitchen done today. You know what I mean? So let's see what we got going on. All right, let's go. Hey, all right, what's going on? It is 10:30 in the morning, and guess where I'm going? You already know. Okay, so I guess update time. Matt, 25 bucks an hour, shows up this morning, and pretty decent guy. I mean, no issue with the guy at all. He's a good worker. He's got his tools. He knows his shit. I'm putting him on tasks, and he's getting the shit done, and I am appreciating that. So what have I had him do so far? I've literally had him do a piece of subfloor, and that took him about an hour, but to be fair, it was a real tight piece of fit. It was right at the entryway. There was some rot right there, a little bit of, you know, mess up just from being old, and got him to replace that. He did that. He did a really good job. He cleaned it out real clean. He cut it out real clean, and he got it perfect. So I'm happy with that. I had him cut a piece of countertop for me. He did a good job with that. I've got him working in the kitchen. So that's a good deal. I talked to him about the mantelpiece, and that's good. Damon's doing outstanding as well. Him and I are working on windows. We've got 2 windows left, and well, really 1.5 windows left. We've already got the first of the last 2 already ready to go in. The problem is I ran out of 2x4. Again, y'all seen how much 2x4 I got the other day. We be burning through that 2x4 doing these windows. So I gotta go get more 2x4. I gotta get some rags. I need a sink. I really need a sink. I talked to my wife this morning. We found a nice matte black sink. The problem is I don't know if that's the right one or not. So what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? How am I gonna do this? I was thinking about maybe just going to Home Depot instead. Maybe I can get the sink from there. But anyways, I'll figure it out as I get closer to one exit or another. So yeah, man, this guy, he's a really good worker. He's got his tool belt on, and he's working. He's not faking the funk. The guy seems to know his shit, and that is super helpful. God, that's gonna be very helpful. I don't mind paying. I definitely don't mind paying if I've got a skilled guy helping to expedite the process. He's telling me what his strengths are. He's telling me what his weaknesses are. He's telling me what his fears are. You know, he's telling me his life story. I caught some flack about that too yesterday, saying that I didn't want to hear Tony, $20, touch up 2 times Tony's freaking life story. Well, let me tell you where I learned to drywall. Back in 1947, drywall switched over from plaster. Are you gonna show up or not? Oh, you're not gonna show up. So I definitely don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about your life story. What was I saying? Oh yeah, $20 Matt, great guy. He reminds me, and this is kind of ironic, he reminds me quite a bit of Richard. So let that paint the picture of the type of guy we're talking about here. Doesn't appear to have any kind of a drug problem, but you know, when you don't appear to have any type of a drug problem, and you don't appear to be sketchy, but yet I've still found you from Craigslist, that in itself is a wee bit sketchy. But who knows? Guy seems good enough. Damen seems to like him, and he's helping to get the job done. So that is definitely helpful. All right, Home Depot or Lowe's? Lowe's or Home Depot? Get out of my way. Yeah. Hey, how we doing? All right, leaving from Home Depot, and was able to get J channel because they don't have J channel at the local Lowe's. And one thing that I want to mention real quick, little observation, Home Depot has way better 2x4s than Lowe's. They got like really good 2x4s, and Lowe's will just sell you any fucking thing as a 2x4. So there's that. I almost got a sink, but I didn't. It was a monster sink at that. That's the second time I almost bought a sink today. I almost bought one at Lowe's this morning. I almost bought another one at Home Depot. They're both about $250. I mean, we're talking about a $250 sink. That's crazy. They're like matte black, double sinks. Really nice sinks. You figure if we do the black hardware in the kitchen, that'll look really good with that black sink. So what I got was J channel, a ton of J channel, ton of 2x4s, some outlets, some rags. That's about it. I want to swap out a couple of outlets that are, you know, beige, not white. Everything needs to be white. Switches need to be white. Outlets need to be white. Outlet plates need to be white. So we'll probably swap those out at some point. Hopefully by the time I get back, the kitchen's completed. That would be nice. I know that. We'll see how far along Matt's getting. And yeah, man, hopefully Damon's got the second window out by now. It looks like it's getting ready to rain as well. So I feel like we're kind of racing against the elements, but we'll see. So the conclusion is I didn't buy a sink. I was going to buy a sink, and we ended up at Home Depot where they've got better 2x4s than Lowe's. Ironic. Surely is.
You happy with him, dude?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part. I mean, he's very shaky, but
He's kind of fidgety, ain't he?
that's what I'm saying. Very fidgety, right? His nerves are bad or some shit, which is the worst thing to have for cutting countertop. But yeah, he seems to be doing all right. We'll see how he does with his kitchen. All right, it's lunchtime, and what have we gotten done? Well, I kind of feel like we've gotten a little bit. I feel like we're being pretty productive. I mean, damn it, we better be, considering got this dude for $25 an hour. It's like having a stripper. You know, if you're gonna pay for it, if you're gonna pay, you better get your fucking money's worth out the deal. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be so. Oh my God, Joe's comparing workers, hard-working people trying to forge out a living, to fucking strippers now.
They're gonna eat you up again.
Yeah, they're gonna go for me again. But you get what I'm saying, right? She's probably up here too, so I gotta hold tight. All right, but anyways, yeah, I think he's working out pretty well. What do you think, Damon?
I think he's all right.
That's him, actually. Yep. All right.
I mean, it's gonna take him a day to fucking get
in the
into
groove.
flow,
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Did you hit me up?
I did. All right, so yeah, lunchtime. What have we gotten done? We got a piece of subfloor done. We're doing 2 windows at the same time, so that's taking a little bit of time. New dude has done some cabinets in the kitchen. He rocked through those pretty quick. Starting to put the countertop in, starting to make the little build out in the kitchen for me, eating up my walls with this countertop, but that was probably bound to happen. I don't really like that. That's going to take a little bit of repair work, but like I said, that was probably bound to happen. I'm gonna see if we can get to getting him putting some uppers in today. That would be super good. If we can get these uppers going, maybe at least half of the uppers in, I'd be pretty satisfied with what we got. Plus both of the brand new windows, the final 2 windows downstairs. I'd be pretty happy about that. And yeah, I'd be pretty happy with it. And that's it. I'm gonna go do lunch. My wife made chicken spaghetti last night. Oh God, that shit's like a little prison meal, but way better, way better. And all these hard-working folks coming out of this gas station with their chips and their personal pizza. I swear, let me get this damn house done. We starting a food truck. It's this gas station in particular that's got me ready to do it. And the first day, the very first day, I'm posting up in this parking lot. Alrighty, lunch is over. It's time to get back to work. Made that little NASCAR pit stop right there for lunch. And we gotta hurry up because the weather is definitely looking like it's gonna rain. And we got 2 gaping holes in the side of this house. 2 windows are out, both in the dining room, the last 2 windows. but we're ready to put one back in damn near. And it won't take us too long to get the next one ready to get back in. So let's get back and get these windows in and hopefully get at least half of this kitchen put in as well. LOL, I'm getting all sorts of buzz for construction help after that video now. Did y'all find my Craigslist ad? All right, it's what is it, 12:46, just getting back from lunch, and look at Damen, man. I mean, bless his freaking heart. He don't even really take a lunch break, and he's out here grinding. And even more impressive, look at them fucking 2x4s from Home Depot, man. Lowe's ain't got shit on them 2x4s right there. Damen, you earned it today, man. I'm giving you a raise today. I'm gonna give you $18.75 an hour now, man.
You gonna tell me to raise my ass up on the ladder?
Oh no, I was being for real. I'm giving Damen $18.75 now.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it.
I was gonna do it all sentimental, but yeah, man, Damen, you bust your ass, man, and I appreciate it. And you know what? You know about as much about this shit as I do. And one thing about it, we be learning it, and then we be doing it. Good deal. All right, so there's our sentimental moment for the day. Waiting on $25 an hour Matt to get back. But I told him take an hour. Matter of fact, take 2 hours. Shit. All right, I'm gonna help Damen get this Tyvek put up, and we're gonna get this window in, and we're ready for the other window right there as well. Well, no, we're not, but at least we got the old window out. So let's get jiggy with it. Is that still a thing? Getting jiggy with it? All right, so it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and here's where we are. Bang. The final 2 windows are in. That one's in really well. And this one I don't particularly like. Damn, I can see gaps to the outside. This window just looks crooked to me, feels crooked. It has a real tough time opening and closing for some reason. And of course, it's always the last window that's a real son of a bitch, right? Well, there's that. New storage room is the bathroom and all that. Could have left that out there. Do me a favor, shut the door so I can finish this up real quick, Damen. All right, in terms of other stuff that was done, what else do we got? We got this right here. Okay, we got that. And then in the kitchen, we started doing some work, and we got the countertop secured. At least the 45s are secured. So they look pretty good. And yeah, man, we got this little build out put together back here. So there's our build out right there. Yep. Lots of eating up on the walls, eating up on the walls, eating up on the walls. There's that. We also taped that to the wall to try to figure out about our above the range, over the range cabinet, which is only 12 inches and could definitely benefit from being a 16. A 12 inch will put us to about right here, and we're gonna have, you know, all of the cabinets, they gotta be the same height, so we need to get up to there. We need to get up to the top of the window at least. So that means I need to go get a different one of these. I need to get a 16, this is a 12, I need a 16. Kitchen looks good though. Kitchen looks good. It could have been better. This is my $25 an hour work right here. Yeah. Yeah, bud. Yeah. Oh, you know, we'll talk, right? And then, yeah, windows as well. So, boom, all of that. All right, let's get up out of here. All right, end of the day, now I can talk. I had the new guy, Matt, $25 an hour, Matt. Did he ask what I was doing in the house?
No, I just told him he was doing your fucking
final walk. Make it sound professional, damn it. All right, so here's the dealie. How did it work out with Matt? Well, he was on time. And he did work, and he did do what I asked him to do. He did thing up my walls. But you know what? It wasn't the easiest thing fucking with those countertops. So overall, the man showed up. He's got transportation, he's got tools, and if I asked him to do something, he didn't. It took him a couple of times of me trying to explain what I was trying to do with that build out for him to get it. But once he finally understood it, he did it, and he did it the way that I asked him for the most part. I did tell him to overlap a piece a different way, but whatever. It still came out looking like shit, but after it gets painted, it's gonna look fine. And that's not saying that he did shit work. He did what I asked him to do, so I was happy with that. I wasn't happy having him help me with that final window, and that final window got jacked up. But it was the end of the day. We had been, I don't want to say we had been dragging ass all day on them windows, but going back and forth and so many other little things, trying to get those done, it did take all the way till the end of the day for the window, the final window to get put in. And it looks like shit. I'm not happy with it. And it was him telling me, shim the other side, knowing damn well we needed the opposite side, the side that I was shimming it first, to get level. But whatever, we'll reevaluate the situation tomorrow. I'm gonna give him another go tomorrow. I think overall he's a skilled guy. He could do his thing. He didn't need much, you know, I didn't catch him with no downtime or anything like that. So there wasn't like he was dragging his feet. I would have, I would have hoped he would have ran from the saw to the kitchen, but that's just me. Everybody works their own way, and I understand that. You know, I try to be understanding, and I'm not trying to drag people for real. And if I am, I'm going to drag myself just as much as I'm going to drag them. And in other news too, Damen got a raise today. Damen's now making $18.75 an hour. So shout out to Damen for that. Damen works his ass off. He's my top guy. And he's learning so many things along with me. Him and I don't know a whole hell of a lot of shit, and I throw myself in there as well. But we're learning a hell of a lot of shit. And I know that I can ask Damen to go do some shit, and he's going to get the shit done as well. So there's that. So I appreciate that, man.
Appreciate it.
So we'll give it another go tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be more productive than today was. What did we get accomplished today? Well, we did get both windows done, the final two windows done. We got the kitchen build out done. We realized we got the wrong size cabinet for one thing, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal trying to get the one that we need. We could probably use that cabinet maybe for over, oh shit, it's not even gonna fit over there. I was gonna say over the refrigerator, but that's a 30-inch. Anyways, we didn't really get shit done, but we did. It may not look like we got shit done, but we did. And it couldn't have been possible without the help of hardworking Damen, $25 an hour Matt, and myself, $300 an hour Joe. I'm kidding. Somebody said I'm not worth the $12 an hour that I'm paying, folks. You're probably right. All right, that's it for today, folks. Thanks so much for taking the time. And it was a good day. About damn time we had one of those.